because they had a marching band. All I heard at the start was the drums, and I assumed just immediately it would be a pipe band. And I was very disappointed when it started.
And it was a massive brass band, yeah.
Regional note.
Yeah.
The 103rd hour of Adventurers Wanted, hour 103 of 250. Just a couple of things before we get started. This performance, like all our performances, is a relaxed performance. What that means is that the lighting state should stay like this. We have had some issues with the lights in the house lights turning off, but these two lights will absolutely stay on. So don't worry if that happens. I will fix it as quickly as possible. There also won't be any sudden loud noises, apart from some rolls of critical success, because, you know, it happens. But there will be music for atmospheric purposes. Also, we have a relaxed attitude towards sound and movement from our audience during performances, for the benefit of those who are unable to sit still or stay silent for a full hour. If you need a break at any point or a breather, you can use the seated area just out of the door and to the right. If you do decide that you need to take that break, you will be welcomed back in within the hour. That's absolutely fine. I'm Naomi, I'm the stage manager for today. If you need anything like a hearing loop headset or something to that effect, we have those available for you. Just come over and get one from me now. If you need anything throughout the performance, I'll be sat right over there. Just give me a wave or come over and I'll try and sort you out with what you need. Other than that, we are going to pass over to Leo, who is our games master for today.
Hello. That was very kind. That was nice. That was golf applause. That was good. My name is Leo. I'm going to be the games master for the next hour and until 3 o'clock. What is this? What on earth is going on? This is a tabletop role-playing game, which means that it will be 4 people. One of them is currently nipping to the loo. Each of the people on my left and right have an individual character that they are going to play in a fantasy setting. Here he is. And I, as the games master, am going to play the rest of the world, the allies and enemies that they meet, and in the last sort of 7 or 8 hours, the dinosaurs that they are beset by. Just to do a quick catch-up on the story, because we have nearly 105 hours of backstory. The players are playing members of the crew of the Spirit of the Horizon, a scientific research vessel, which, in trying to run away from an evil god that they awakened, cast a spell that was far too powerful for them to control, and now they find themselves in a new reality, and they're desperately trying to recreate the spell so that they can get back home. Recently, they've been tricked by the Warden, a sort of 7-foot, very furry creature with matted browny reddy fur. They've been tricked by him to be brought into his zoo. The 4 people here have escaped and have recently, just now, come across a sort of township in the middle of this zoo, seemingly separate from it, and were just sneaking towards the wooden palisade wall to try and climb up it to see if they can get in and do some intelligence gathering about what they're at the moment. But before we jump back into the story, why don't we meet our players and their characters? So tell me your name, your character's name, and something about them that distinguishes them from the rest of the ship.
My name is Oz, and I'm playing the character Galanos. Galanos is an half-orc, and he's the tactical trainer on the Spirit of the Horizon.
I am Isla. I am playing Noggin, who is a gnome rogue. I am the ship's dentist, and I enjoy collecting things, shiny things and teeth mainly.
My name is Ian. I'm not Jurgen. My name is Ian, and I'm playing as Brother Jurgen, who is a cleric of the goddess Lyra, who is the goddess of joy. And he has recently, as a result of this, getting back to his roots, taken on the role of chief morale officer on board ship. And with the sudden disappearance of our commander, may now be the ranking officer on this boondoggle.
I think it might be.
My name is Kentor. I am a bandsman, and I'm a halfling rogue.
Fantastic. How are you spelling that?
Cantor.
Oh, Cantor. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Great. Hi, welcome. You've just missed nothing but context. It's fine. So, as we jump back...
Keep up, I'm sure it'll be fine.
As we jump into the story, Commander Relora, who was picking her way through this long grass towards the palisade, suddenly gets the familiar golden tingling around her skin and on her tongue, and then she's gone and is replaced by Cantor, the halfling rogue, who was, Cantor, up until this point, you were just in a cage in the middle of this zoo because you had been captured and sorted, very weirdly, sorted by subspecies into into these different cages. And now you're free, and you're in the middle of a field with your compatriots, and there's this wooden palisade wall ahead of you. How do you react?
Hello.
Cantor. Quietly. We're trying a thing, but now the commander's not here. I don't think it's going to work.
The commander had the backup plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't choose to share with us what that plan was.
Right.
So now we're going to have to go to Plan J. That's right.
For Jurgen.
Yeah. And
Was I just climbing the thing?
no, it was. We're going to have to. I think we're going to have to just go up to the door.
No, climb the thing.
Climb up.
Listen, you can try climbing the thing if you want, but if you get stuck up there, then that's that. At least if we go up to the front door, we've been open and honest with these people. We're not trying to sneak in.
These dinosaurs.
These dinosaurs. Dinosaurs slash not Wookiees.
I like sneaking.
Sneaking. We're
Fine,
rogues. This is what we do.
This is not a democracy.
All right then, Commander. What
Thank
we
you.
do?
So,
Where does morale officer rank? Like, I think actually at the rank of sergeant, like there would be an argument to be made.
The clue's in the title. Morale officer. I mean, I have my own quarters.
That's true, but you'd be on the civilian arm of the ship, right? Whereas Galanos is the only
tactical officer.
military. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's a civilian vessel.
It was a naval vessel.
Civilian visa. That's not the point.
I have deferred to you for now.
Yeah, he's a grunt. Right. Okay. So, okay. All right. Fair enough. Noggin, if you want to try and climb up the wall, you can. See what you can see up there, and if it looks all clear, then we'll all try to climb up. If not, we'll go through the front door.
I'll go alongside you.
Fair enough.
Okay. We
Okay.
are climbing.
Noggin, you are faced with this 12-foot climb. Describe to me how you do it.
I can climb at walking speed. I'm going to scamper up.
Okay, fantastic. Roll acrobatics for me.
6.
So is that what is it that comes
I'm
before a
very
fall?
confident.
So, front door it is then.
What is it that comes before a fall? Oh, I remember. It's a splinter. And as you put your hands up on this wood, and you just fall backwards off the wood. Whereas Galanos, you were also going to climb.
Yeah.
How are you going to climb this? You're not scampering, I presume.
No. Does anybody here have rope to start with?
We all
Yes,
have
you all have 50 foot of hempen rope.
Well, I'm gonna unfurl my rope and try and lasso one of the things on the palisade.
Roll an athletics check for me.
I got 13.
You got 13? Yeah, you lasso, and it's not pretty, but it'll do. And you chuck it up, and the tops of the palisade logs aren't necessarily even.
Yeah.
And you just manage to lodge the rope in between two of the logs, and you pull it, and it seems to be tight.
Okay. Well, I guess I can't ask anybody else to go up first. And I start climbing up.
Okay, fantastic. You reach about halfway, you look down. What are the rest of the crew doing?
I'm just going to wait and see what they manage to do and then see when they report back.
Okay, fantastic. Cantor?
Well, I'm waiting for my turn.
Yeah, no, I'm turning to you now.
No, I'm waiting for my turn to climb up the wall.
Right, you're gonna wait for him to be off the rope before you. Yeah, fair enough.
Get up that wall.
I'm going to dust myself off. No one saw that. It's fine. And I'm going to try again.
Okay, cool. Roll me an acrobatics again.
Come on. That is much better. That is a 17.
Okay, this time,
Just practicing.
it's not the
Warming up.
most graceful you've done. You remember one time when you scaled the side of a ship? That was awesome. This time you just managed to find handholds and you very quickly zip up the wall and overtake Galanos, who's doing a steady Batman, 60s Batman climb up the side of the wall. Galanos, you reach the top of the wall,
I'm gonna peek over.
peek over. Roll a perception check for me.
21.
21. In the dying light ahead of you, you can see that small fires and torches are starting to be lit all over the entirety of this town, this kind of shanty town. The aqueduct is on your left, maybe about 500 feet away, and it's bringing water down into a mill which turns slowly. These guys have, they're pretty established.
Yeah.
And they're living good lives, and you can hear deep-throated laughter start to break out from little pockets, and somebody starts playing a harp somewhere deep in the village.
Some hairy tavern somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to the top, kind of put a leg over, and then reach a hand down to help up the next person.
Okay, Jurgen and Cantor, you see this as Noggin disappears over the other side. Can you roll an acrobatics check just to see if how you do descaling this wall?
I do very well descaling this wall. I got a 22.
Fantastic.
Cleaning it, like really cleaning it. It's all tiny.
Yes.
Elbow grease.
Yeah.
Lime scale.
Sorry, descalating. Is that better? How do you get down from the top of the wall?
So
Using
what's it
your
like
momentum.
on the other side?
You see, it's just this sort of dirt path that runs along the entirety of the wall, that curves around, and on either side of that dirt path, there's a grassy verge kind of a thing.
Is there any kind of huts or anything that I can jump on?
No, the huts are about
Further on.
a little bit further in. Yeah, there's a bit of space cleared between the village and the palisade.
I'm just gonna parkour it, jump down, do a bit of a roll. Pah!
Absolutely, and you even do the pah,
Yeah.
and it's pretty cool, Galanos.
I'm looking
I
the other
wave.
side.
Yeah,
Like you
he
look up,
missed
I'm not
it.
even looking your
Noggin,
way. I'm really sorry.
everybody missed it. It was awesome, and nobody saw.
They all saw me fall over, but never saw me do my cool jump. Very upset.
Okay. Noggin, what can you see over there?
There's a dirt track, and there are some grassy verges.
Can you see any people? You see any people kicking about?
Can I look about to see if there are any?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
That,
Do you just shout this, or do you pass it to me to
I'm
pass down?
whispering. I'm
well,
whispering
see if I
through
see
Roll a
anything
stealth
first.
check.
Oh, for God's sake.
Sorry,
That is a 26.
26. So as he thinks he's shouting, but it's more of a Noggin!
Noggin!
What do you say? You see everything that Galanos saw. You also see, just coming along the line, along this dirt track, patrolling the outside of the palisade, another pair of Deinonychus.
Okay.
These 6 foot tall, with long-necked dinosaurs with huge claws in their feet, and they both seem to be saying something to one another, but you don't know, you can't hear what they're saying yet.
Hide. Can I hide?
Roll a stealth check for me. You get no response from Noggin as she disappears.
22.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, because you said these palisade things are not equally spaced.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and flatten myself against the top if I see these two.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. They're still about 100 feet off.
Oh, okay, so they're not actually that close.
They're not actually that close,
Okay.
but they're coming.
Okay, so I'm reaching my hand down for whoever's gonna come up next.
Cantor, you go up. I'll keep watch back here.
Yeah. I climb up my walking speed up the wall.
Fantastic. Yep, because you are also a rogue. Roll me an acrobatics check for me. So if you roll the d20 there, the 20, yep,
Yep.
that's the correct one. And then you've got a bank of words that says skills, and acrobatics will be under that.
One.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
good start.
Didn't go well, did it? You saw Noggin go up the side of the wall, and you're like, right, I can do that.
Yeah.
And then you put your hand on exactly the same splinter as she did before, and you're like, ah! Try again.
Okay. We do this again.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 10.
10 plus your acrobatics score there?
Last mathematics score is 11.
So 21. Yeah, this time you just... You're not having any of it. You just scale the wall and jump down on the other side.
You don't even need Galanos' help. Like, you're up and over.
Yep.
He's just like, oh.
Galanos, you're just there holding your hand out, and everybody's just running up the wall beside you. And Jurgen said he's not coming.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to come up behind them now, because I can't be I can't be separated from the group, so I'm gonna have to try and get
Well, you
up.
can.
5. Bloody climbing.
Okay, roll with advantage because you're
Okay.
using climbing gear.
3, so 5.
Wonderful. Jurgen was not made for this life,
No.
Galanos. He is desperately trying to climb, and you can just...
Climb, Galanos.
I love
Climb,
how even in
Jurgen.
a fantasy game I'm still shit at
And,
like
and
you
you
know, this
can-
is supposed to be role-playing fantasy. Cutting awfully deep.
and you can feel the... Because of his plate armor he's wearing, you can...
Do not patronise me! Do not turn
If
this
you're
place
gonna
into a
bring,
house
if
of
you're gonna
lies.
bring it at
So
me,
is it like as Galanos is like, climb, you just get flashbacks of Jim?
and
Strangely, my PE teacher was an orc as well, so... oh, catch up the rope, you fat bastard!
as he, the rope begins to fray as he's
I'm
climbing
breaking the rope.
walls.
I'm breaking the rope.
Can I very quickly try and pull up the rope?
Absolutely, roll an athletics check with him.
22.
Suddenly, Jurgen, you're doing really well, and every step you take seems to be moving you a good 2.5 feet up this wall, and then you realise, oh, Galanos is pulling you up as you're walking up, and you manage to get him to the top of the wall.
Then I want to say I moved the rope over to the other side, but it's half frayed.
It is slightly
Just
frayed.
gonna have to jump down.
You've got rope as well.
Roll.
Yeah, okay. I will lower my own rope
Okay.
and then climb down it.
Yeah, sure. Well, this is much easier. This is much easier. Gravity's helping.
Oh, 18. Yeah, fantastic.
You just slide
I
down the
can go
rope.
down hills, just not up them.
I got 21 on stage.
And Cantor is there, sort of twiddling her thumbs. What are you doing on the other side, as these two are desperately trying to get down the wall?
I'm gonna have a good look around to see what I can see.
Fantastic. Roll a perception check for me. The D20 again. Yep, it's most of the rolls are going to be with that one.
10,
And then you add whatever is next to perception. 11 again, so 21 again.
no,
No,
no, 11.
Oh, 11 total? Fantastic. You don't see much. You certainly don't see where Noggin is. You thought you saw her come over, but you don't know where she is. And basically, directly ahead of you, there's a series of huts, houses, that seem to be unoccupied at the moment. Off on the distance, on the wind, you can hear the sound of music and laughter.
I want to whisper out though. I know she doesn't see me, but I want to whisper out. Hey, Cantor, come on, stealth, hide. There's patrols.
And as you hear Noggin say, "There's patrols," you look over and you do indeed see these two dinosaur-like creatures coming towards you.
Well, I'm pretty good at hiding. So, I'm going to hide.
Roll it again. This time with stealth.
10 plus 21 in total.
21 in total. Rogues. You spot where Noggin's hiding, and you're like, right, that's where I'm hiding, and you just jump into the grass beside
Cool.
the back of this hut. Jurgen and Galanos, as you come down, your two rogues have disappeared.
Quick, these huts are empty. Go in one of them.
How do you know they're empty?
All the lights off, or
Yeah, there's no
Okay,
sounds
okay.
coming from it.
Then let's
It's not night.
let's surreptitiously burst through the door.
Just to be clear, it's not 3 a.m.
Right, okay.
It's like it's
6
more
in
like
the
9:30,
morning.
10 o'clock.
Okay.
they're all off at the pub.
Yeah.
Okay. I think what we need to do is we need to try and find some more of the
Hairy ones.
the Elrin and then
Ariag.
Ariag. Sorry, we need to try and
That's
find
all right.
some more of the Ariag. We need to try and find some more of the Ariag and see if we can talk to them. Okay.
All right.
Because if we keep hiding and if we
Oh
get
yeah,
on
we
these
we
people's
look
bad
like
side-
we're you know stealthy. We look like we're breaking in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have to try and speak to them. Otherwise, if we don't, then we are just going to bring down a whole heap of trouble on ourselves.
I've got an idea. Pub.
And that idea is
Pub.
pub. Yeah, why not? Screw it.
You guys hear this conversation happening.
What did you think? What
Okay.
should we do?
I think we should try and evade these trolls and
Next way to do that's in the pub. All right, fair enough, party.
Okay.
Let's very carefully. We'll go around the back of the huts, sort of through the back gardens, Ferris Bueller style, and then see if we can go towards the noise because that's going to be
Sure.
the main gallery.
Can I get stealth checks from everybody, please? Once again.
13.
14.
14.
20.
17?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Modifier. 28.
28.
Bloomin' heck.
Predator.
Cantor, Cantor is walking beside you, Noggin, and when you look away, you forget that she's there, and then you look back, and she's there, and you're like, she's that quiet right now.
I get the feeling that we're probably just assuming that those two are there, but we have no idea where they are.
Yeah,
I want to
pretty.
go and surprise them. I'm gonna tap them on the shoulder.
yeah.
Well,
You-
I'm
you
too
feel
small,
it.
aren't I?
You feel a tap on your upper
Jump
thigh
on.
as this gnome comes
I
up
almost
to you.
bring my spear around, but then I see it's you. It's like, oh, don't do that. Like another time, maybe.
And you hear, as you move into the first hut's garden, you hear the chatter of these two dinosaurs walking past you. One of them is consistently going, hug, 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 hug. And the other one's going, hope, 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 hope. And they seem to be understanding what each other is saying. This is a really weird bit. Sorry. You're heading through the gardens towards the sound of the noise.
That's what it is now. Why do the raptors also sound like the seagulls from Finding Nemo? Mine? Is there a raptor called Mine? That would be brilliant.
Well,
We'll see. We'll see. So, Noggin, you're faced with a fence, and the fence is much too tall for you to get over. And Jurgen just looks at you and goes, I don't think you're going to be able to get over that, to be honest, Noggin. And then, Noggin, you turn to Jurgen and say, what's the matter, Jurgen? You've never taken a shortcut before. You run and jump over the fence, and then the next one, and then the next one. And Jurgen, roll an athletics check.
Oh, I guess
for
I
me.
wonder what I'm going to do. Would it be any chance that if I don't do this, I'm going to run at the fence that's going to break?
Yes.
By any chance? One!
When the dice tell a story. Yeah, and Jurgen, you're like, right, I can do this. If Noggin can do this, I can do that. And smash. And the fence just comes down. Galanos and...
I walk through the hole.
Yeah. Absolutely. Eventually, you make your way into what is essentially the centre of town. There are 3 or 4 different establishments just sitting around, and the drink is flowing. Everybody's here, and everybody is an Eriag. Literally everybody are these 7-foot, between 7 and 6 foot creatures with matted, sort of browny reddy. Some of them are grey fur, and they're all sitting around drinking, enjoying the evening.
They're children. How tall are they?
Roll a perception check.
That is a 18.
18. The children, you can see, they're about 4 to 5 foot.
A bit taller than me.
Much taller than you.
Yeah. I still think it would be
Noggin-
best not to be a gnome.
Noggin comes up to a staggering 2 foot from the floor.
I do have a plan because we've got 2 halflings with us, or a gnome. and a
Well, a
halfling.
gnome and a halfling, yeah.
I've got a plan, guys, but you're not going to like it.
I think I know what's coming.
Do we have a big trench coat to put over the...
We're going to have to little rascals this year. Is it possible, because they're both quite stealthy and acrobatic, to have one of them stand on the other one's shoulders and drape a cloak over them?
Even if we do this, we still don't look like big hairy
But it's
things.
fine, we can just pull up our hoods. It's fine. We can at least get ourselves through the door. I've got some...
None of them are wearing clothes.
It's...
Also, a good
Oh,
point.
I mean, if you want to make it Naked Tuesday, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But we not in the game, it's not. But we put our hoods up. We'll roll in like we own the place. I'll throw some gold down. We'll buy them around. And if that doesn't work, well, we're dead anyway, aren't we?
So just making sure. Did you ever hear the Warden talk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Yes.
We're good.
But if we're going to get through the door and not attract attention to ourselves too much until we at least get in through the door, then you guys are going to have to presto changeo, take form of,
Multiple rogues.
yes.
I have an adorable shark costume with me.
That's the shark is not going to. There's no water here, okay?
It's
if you
a-
had an adorable
fancy
Wookiee
dress.
costume, that might work, Noggin. But we're not anywhere near water.
Roll an investigation check.
We are just.
Critical failure.
No, you don't see a way to make an adorable Wookiee costume out of the materials.
Behind us, we just came through a bunch of gardens.
Residentials, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say get the clothes from there, but then I remembered they don't wear clothes. So that whole plan, never mind.
Okay, I'm gonna take my cloak
Good
off.
thought.
I'm gonna take my cloak off. I'm gonna pop my hood up. I'm gonna take my cloak off. I'm gonna basically. Which one of you's the smaller?
So Noggin is smaller.
Right.
Cantor's about 3 foot. Noggin's about 2 foot.
So get
Still
on
gonna be
her
smaller.
shoulders. Get on her shoulders. Yeah, you can pass you off as a kid. Get on her shoulders,
Okay. Jump on
Okay.
the shoulders.
and then just wrap the cloak around, tie it up, and put it up there.
Roll a performance check.
I'm not very performative. Come on, you bitch. 14.
14. Okay. Do you know, you're relatively proud of that. And if you squint, you can't tell that Cantor's at the bottom half of this at all.
Fantastic.
Can I get a strength check from Cantor, please?
Am I on the
So,
bottom?
yeah, you are on the bottom, I think.
Hang on. 15 plus. Hang on.
Down the bottom.
Yeah, it's up the top there,
Yeah,
under
so-
attributes, and then under your thumb there.
Yeah, so 14.
14, okay. You know, you're not the strongest individual, but she is one of the smallest individuals, so you can make this work. You're
Yeah.
feeling fairly confident.
So
How
what-
tall are Jurgen and Galanos?
I'm about 6'5".
6'5", yeah.
Wow, that's creepy. You're both exactly the same height.
So that's fine. Okay.
What I'd like to do is kind of grab like the upper arm of you're on top, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like lightly grab the upper arm.
As you grab the upper arm,
Yeah.
the cloak sort of deflates until the upper arm, it's a little bit like this.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna like help you balance, but that's gonna ruin the whole thing.
I'm good with dexterity.
Okay.
It should be alright.
All right.
Right, okay. Remember, guys, confidence is key. Stroll and let me own the place. I'll throw some gold round.
So the two of you are not disguised whatsoever.
We
Just
have
I've
hoods.
got my hood up.
You've got your hood up. You've got your hood up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And these two have a hood on the cloak, presumably.
yeah.
Okay.
Sure. So the first thing I'm going to want is an acrobatics check from both Cantor and Noggin as they're walking across.
16. You got that plus 16.
13?
Okay, you're a bit wobbly.
Yeah.
16 though, for Catherine.
Yeah, Cantor, you're
We're going
strong.
into a
You're
pub. It'll
standing
be
strong.
fine.
Yeah.
You might
There
not get served.
there might be ashtrays there. You might have occasional earrings, plenty of shiny things for you to
Shiny
get on the rope. So focus, but only if you keep it together, Noggin.
I can do this.
And now I want performance checks from everybody.
Oh man, come on, that's -1.
12.
Come on, no puzzles, no puzzles, no puzzles. Shit.
I rolled a
I've got
1.
advantage, I'll do that.
It's in 17?
Do I have advantage because it's like my cunning plan?
No.
Damn it, 4, 3.
3.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, this plan is going to tits.
It wasn't
So
great to
what
start
happened?
with.
Can I maybe narrate that?
Yeah, of course. Go for it.
I basically burst into one of the taverns and go, "Drinks are all on me!" Slam a bunch of money down on the thing, and then my hood just comes down.
Yaro starts playing in the corner.
What, the harp? It says-
Yeah.
Since our cover's blown, I give everyone away.
Yeah,
Hi,
like play the
guys.
horn.
Yeah, as you walk into this tavern, and Galanos does that, Jurgen, you realise that your hood is actually like perched. Because you don't like it down over your face usually. You like to see where you're going. It's perched on the top of your head, and you realise everyone can see your face.
Oh, brew it.
Whereas Noggin and Cantor is quite wobbly. And one of the sort of grey-furred Iriag comes over to probably Galanos, as he was the most verbose in that performance, and say, "That's very kind of you." And he takes the coin and throws it over to someone sat at a bar, and he starts pouring out wines. Who are you, friend?
Oh, we're just travellers from out of town. My name's Galanos, and these are my mates. Introduce yourself.
Good day, good sir. Or good evening. What time is it? I don't know.
It's
dark.
definitely evening.
Okay. My name is Brother Jurgen. We are adventurers and questers from faraway land. We've come here seeking advice and potentially help. Do you know somebody that we could talk to about this sort of thing?
Well, you've come to the right place. I just happen to have been around for a long time. People call me a wise person.
Oh, no. You don't look like anything under whatever half your race's age is.
2. He looks at you and goes, "Thank you." I think.
My friend, we have come because we have friends who are in grave danger. We've encountered an individual who calls himself the Warden. Do you know of this person?
And his face grows slightly darker. He goes, "I do indeed know of the Warden. Perhaps we should have a drink in the corner." And he gestures over to a free table on the corner, and the harp starts playing up again. Everybody starts chatting. Cantor and Noggin, are you still in disguise?
Yes, you are. That's an order.
Well, I didn't hear you say that.
Stay on each other's shoulders. That's an order.
I'm going to sneak up on someone and find some beer.
Okay,
I'm
fantastic.
jumping off and I'm looking for shiny things.
Brilliant. Roll stealth checks, both of you.
Let's not piss off the new people.
That is a 22. No, that is a 25.
15.
15? Okay, yeah. Well, it's not hard to move unnoticed in a tavern full of drinking people, and it's very easy for you to spot a couple of beers that have just been sort of half drunk and they've been left on the table while people go out to have a pipe, because apparently they don't smoke indoors here. There we are. That's canon now. That's canon.
These are very advanced people.
They are. They've got a smoking. They've got an indoor
Well,
smoking
it's all
bed.
the fur. Like if you get anything in the fur.
That said,
Think of
they
it.
do have children in this tavern, so there we
it'll
go.
stink.
Oh yeah, but if it's early enough, if the place is doing food, then that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, exactly. Is there a carvery? Is there a carvery in the corner?
Is this place called like
Oh,
Harry
great.
Spoons or something like that?
Yeah, can we go? Yeah, can we go? Is it the curry club one? Can we go past the carvery on the way to the table in the corner?
No.
Excuse me.
But you can get some food brought. You can get some food
I would like to go
brought
past
over.
the carvery on the way to the table in the corner.
Okay.
It's supposed to be fancy.
Hang on. Okay, one at a time. So, roll a sleight of hand check for me, firstly, Cantor. Jurgen, you just sort of peel off at the sight of food, and the Ariag that you were following is just.
Don't
I'll
worry.
be there in a minute. I'm just getting some Yorkshire pudding.
He hasn't eaten all day.
Yeah.
Where's Yorkshire?
Yorkshire is not a place; it is a state of mind.
What was your score for the sleight?
28.
28. Oh yeah. You've got 1 beer, you've got 2 beers, you've got 3 beers, and now how do you drink them? But the,
Easily.
there you go.
Like a German woman during Oktoberfest.
Yeah, exactly. Do you go over to the table, or are you just doing your own thing?
I'm just keeping an eye.
Okay, fantastic. Galanos, I presume you have accompanied the Ariag to the
Yeah,
corner.
yeah.
And Noggin, you see all manner of shiny things because this is a tavern and money is changing hands.
I take as much shiny things as I can.
Absolutely. Roll a sleight of hand check.
That is a
Wasn't good, was it?
17.
17, blummin' heck.
Yeah, I've got plus 12.
You managed to take a purse off of somebody's belt. You're very pleased about this. Roll a wisdom.
Very quietly say, can I have your purse, please?
You're such a polite thief.
Can I have your purse, please? And you take it and you look at it, and the coins that they're using are not gold, and they're not silver. They seem to be this very thin tin kind of coin, and it's got a very simple press on it. It would be very easily forged. It seems that this is not part of the economy of the rest of the world. They seem to be sort of have their own internal economy that's been going on.
I'm a bit disappointed.
Yeah.
It's not very shiny.
No, they're not. They've been changed hands. You know how coins get when they change hands. There we go. Anyway, right, let's sit down in the table in the corner.
Carvery.
Yeah, you've got a nice slab of mystery meat.
I'm guessing it's ham. I've not seen any pigs.
No, you haven't.
But
It could be anything.
exactly.
Is it on a plate, or do you get like artisanal slabs?
It's okay. It's on one of those. Yeah, it's on like a slate.
Jay, it's somewhere between that because it is made into a plate, but it is also made of slate.
Yeah.
So it's a slate plate.
Exactly. It's quite a hipster pub I've come into.
And all these
Either
hairy
that
people
or they
have their
just
hair
don't
at like
have-
a certain angle.
Yeah, exactly. All the Ariag have their hair sort of knotted up into a
really
top
big
knot.
beards. And like the ones who are standing outside are all, they're smoking pipes not because they have to, but because they choose to.
Is this just Shoreditch?
Yeah, basically, they've got their own internal economy. Nothing else seems to matter from the outside. Everyone's a bit weird looking. Yeah.
And the lights never stay on.
Exactly.
That's
Just
dark.
those
You know.
bulbs hanging.
They've got.
Yeah,
It's very obvious that none of their children have ever had a haircut. They're wearing a lot of hemp.
Okay, anyway, he sits down and he goes, "You mentioned the Warden."
Yes, the warden has. we encountered this warden purely by accident. He came across us when we were first arrived on this island. He led us a merry dance all over the island, and by the time we finally got back to where we needed to be, he had kidnapped not only our entire crew of 400, but our ship as well, which is now almost put in some kind of display. He's put our crew into cages, and we can't seem to break them out. We managed to escape. I'm still not entirely sure how. I'm not entirely sure how. But we managed to escape. We've come here. He has dinosaurs at his control that have been attacking us as we've been going.
Yeah, I noticed they were around the town as well.
And we just, when we saw this town, from things that he said, he seemed that he was an outsider, and I was wondering if there's any way that you might know of that you could help us, because we need to save our crew.
Yes, this all sounds very much like the Warden.
He's done this before.
You're looking at it. He's done it to us. Understand, he acts from a place of love. Our race was subjugated, enslaved, forced to work in mines and deforestation camps. Just because of our strength and size, our intelligence was ignored. And the Warden created a place where we could thrive, where we could be ourselves. Unfortunately, he won't let us leave that place. He seems to have made it into a collection of sorts, and he searches the world. He's convinced himself he's making nature as it intended. He's going to release everything eventually into breeding couplets. I don't know. I don't sit and talk to him. But he keeps us well fed and watered.
And I take it this happens to anybody who doesn't go along with it, and I show like scars from where I've been cut before by the raptors.
To be honest, it's such a way of life for us that we've not tried to resist, but... Is that from those dinosaurs?
Yeah.
It looks pretty nasty.
The dinosaurs that we saw on the street and we saw outside your village, are they to defend you or are they to keep you here?
That's a good question. I like to tell myself they're here to defend us. But I don't think about it too often.
Has anyone ever tried to leave the village?
No.
What does everybody else here, kind of motioning to the entire place, think? Like, do people want to leave?
Generally, there is a undertone of unrest, but as we grow older, we realize we've had good lives. We have not been uncomfortable. We have not been unhappy. There are many people, I'm sure, in the rest of the world that never leave their own village. Why are we any different from them?
A gilded cage, my friend, is still a cage.
This is true.
And you said yourself, your people thrive.
Exactly.
You could do it without dinosaurs. You could use those fields outside to grow crops.
If someone were to show us how.
We could do that for you. We are members of a scientific research vessel. We're not from this place.
Do we have seeds on board?
We're trying to get home. We would potentially have seeds in the stores, but it would all depend on what these people eat and what would be suitable.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I was going to ask what happened to your fur, but it didn't seem very sensitive.
We're not from around here, and we're just trying to get home. But we can't get home if our crew is captured and enslaved and forced to breed for whatever reason he seems to think is important.
Gallon
If
of
we
shudders.
can help you escape this prison that he has created for you, would you be willing to help us free our crew?
I imagine the two would go hand in hand. It's the Warden's magic that keeps us here.
Do you know what the source of his magic is?
He is the source of his magic.
Just have to kill him.
Or convince him.
All that.
How long has he been doing this?
Go back into the shadows.
Where did you go? Is that...
I
swear that- did everybody else see that?
I
Is
told
that-
you to stay
very
on
good.
each other's shoulders, Noggin.
Cantor is slowly getting drunk over in the corner.
How long has he been doing this?
Kentor's happy.
Our lives are long. I have lost count of the years.
Does the warden ever come here to the village to visit with you?
Yes, occasionally he comes, improves facilities, increases our boundaries.
Is there any way to get him here, say, tomorrow morning or in the next day or so? Is there any way you can summon him to come here?
I don't know how to summon him, but I do know where he is.
Where is he?
He lives in a cave at the end of the village,
Is he there just now?
as far as I'm aware.
Actually, I might have an idea. If you're trapped in a jail with someone else, and the guards are going back and forth, you pretend you're ill to get the guards in.
Or
What
you
if-
start
what-
fighting.
What?
You start a fight.
All that, yeah.
Yeah, start
So-
a fight,
so
then
we've
he'll
got-
come running.
How about we do something with this village? Either we start a riot, or we burn that mill to the ground. No
Oh,
offense,
no,
mate.
no, I need the mill. We need the mill.
Yeah.
No,
The mill is the only way we're making
Okay, do
cloth.
you have,
There's
do you have
no-
a small warehouse? Something that...
Something flammable, but
Could we sneak in and see what's going on? And see
Well, this is going on. People are living here.
no, I
sneak
mean,
into
If
the
the
see
cave.
warden
what's
is-
going on in the prison
If the
place.
warden is
In the cave.
If the warden is in his cave, the warden is there just now. We don't need to create a distraction. We can just go in. We can get ourselves over to the other side of the village. Potentially, some of these villagers could make a distraction to distract the dinosaurs. Let's not burn anything down, though. We've just met these people, and your first instinct is to burn down the village.
I would prefer if we didn't burn things. I would.
No, I understand.
Has there ever
The
been...
warden does not fear us. There are no defenses between us and him.
The only issue that we have is the dinosaurs. As soon as the dinosaurs see us, then they will come for us. Is there any way that you and your friends or your colleagues or your comrades, whatever, villagers,
Your town.
whatever, people, could help us by creating a distraction so we can get past the dinosaurs?
What do you have in mind?
Well, that's where you come in. Really, we don't want to cause any damage to your village. But anything that would attract the eye of the dinosaurs, has anything ever happened that has caused them to come and intervene in any way in the past?
Like I said, we're... You know, it's sad. The word I wanted to use there was docile. we're not prone to causing trouble.
So if you did cause some trouble, that might catch their attention if they're not used to it.
Potentially, or we could just throw meat at them.
That seems so simple. You've got this carvery, I suppose. Fair enough. Okay, right. I've got a plan. Gather up as much of the carvery meat as you possibly can. Save the Yorkshire puddings. They're delicious, by the way. And we'll see if we can distract the dinosaurs. How many dinosaurs are in the village?
There are 2 on the gate and 4 patrolling at all times.
Okay. They're not vegan dinosaurs. Hitler's dinosaurs.
No,
vegan dinosaurs. Strong dinosaurs.
Even this isn't that silly. That's
okay, so the dinosaurs, the 2 on the gate, they won't be a problem. They're outside. We keep the gates closed. They're in there, unless they can't jump over the fence, can they?
They can jump pretty high. They probe the fence for weaknesses. They remember.
Is there a cow that we could lower? Is there a cow we could lower down?
Well, this is what I'm.
To keep them distracted.
This is what I'm building up to. Yeah. We bring some of our herded animals and we kill them in front of the dinosaurs, and they will doubtless be distracted.
Velociraptor doesn't want to be fed. Velociraptor wants to hunt. What we need to do.
I love so much about this.
From what I've seen of these creatures, they don't want to be fed, they want to hunt.
Yesterday, guys, you missed teleporting T-Rexes. It was amazing.
Very well. If you could get some of your cattle, we could release them through the village. That will attract the attention of the dinosaurs. Whilst the dinosaurs' attention is distracted, we make a beeline for the cave, and we just speak nicely to them / beat them up. I'm open to either. I've got a spell I can hold. I can hold them in place. We can pin them up against the wall, and just wail on them.
All words first.
Yeah, diplomatic thing.
Are we all agreed on this plan?
Yes. And in return, when we've completed and we're able to open up your village, we will send help to develop your town and to help you be self-sufficient.
That would be very generous of you.
It's the least we can do, sir. It's either that or we stay prisoners in some wiki sex dungeon for the next God knows how long. So let's get this plan into action.
Okay. You want to do it now? You can spend the night at my place if you want.
How is everybody in terms of like how they're feeling?
I'm feeling top notch.
I have, Commander, I've got no sort of reserves of energy left.
Okay. If you could give us somewhere a bed for the night, we could potentially do this in the morning or tomorrow night under cover of darkness. Well, no, we want to see them to see the cows. We'll do this in the morning when it's breakfast and the dinosaurs are hungry, because even dinosaurs need breakfast.
Clever girl.
# even dinosaurs. So the man stands up and he goes, Iriag stands up and goes, Falsey, I'm giving the lounge to these 4. And the lady who carved up your steak nods and says, that's good to know. And he opens a door and it leads into this, I mean, it's all wooden furniture and there's the occasional very cloth pillow, but it's not that comfortable, but it'll be fine as a place to stay the night. As you go over the details of your plan and try and rub out any kinks, make it foolproof as possible, and wait for the morning to release some cattle at some velociraptor so that you can go and beat up a man you don't know, so he can let your 400 crew go, and then you'll cross the bridge of the ship when you get to it. That is where we're going to leave this hour of Adventurers Wanted. Thanks very much, guys. We'll hand back over to our SM Naomi for the outro spiel.
Thanks, guys. Just to let you know, we are here every day up until the 28th of August from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m, apart from the 24th and 25th. If you're here for the festival, please do pop back at any point to come and see where the adventure's gone. If you imminently leaving Edinburgh. We are also streaming on twitch.tv/adventurerswanted and live tweeting at adventurers250 on Twitter. Please tell people about us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on all those platforms.
And
Adventurers Wanted or Adventurers.
And the YouTube channel. The stream's going to the YouTube channel.
The stream is going to the YouTube channel. That may not be live until after the festival, so do try and keep up. And like tell people about us in person. That would be great. We do have people plugging things. Oz and Ian. Are you going to show it all, or are you going to
I'm teching for the zoo.
You will be able to plug a show you like there as well if you want. So we'll let our three people do their plugs. We'll start with Oz and go this way.
Hi, my name is Oz Mills. I do a role-playing stream online called Roll Out at twitch.tv/OzMills. The role-playing game is designed to increase the visibility of women and minorities online in the role-playing area. And that's me.
Which we super endorse it.
Yeah.
And I am the host of a comedy panel game show called Imaginary Porno Charades, which is a game show where people do charades of imaginary pornography. The clue's literally in the title. We are on every Friday, Saturday and Sunday night of the festival at 11 o'clock at Sweet Grass Market, and we have got fantastic guests from all across the festival every night. Tonight we've got Stephen Bailey, we've got Maddie Anholt, we've got Neil Bratchpiece, we've got some fantastic guests coming up later on the run. Dave Benson Phillips is coming back to join us, Patrick Monaghan's coming back to us, John Robertson's coming to join us as well. It's a lot of fun, it's just silly fun at 11 o'clock every night at Sweet Grass Market. There we go.
Thank you. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm the technician at the zoo. I can particularly recommend the F word, which is actually up for the N award at the moment as well. Do take your tissues if you go, but you'll go from laughing to crying and everything in between all in 1 hour. It's amazing.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. All right. Can we have a quick round of applause for our ticketed players, our regular players, and our... And if you would like to stay for the next hour, please do feel free to pop downstairs to refresh your tickets. We'd be more than happy to
See if
have you.
this plan goes well.
Oh, well, thank you very much for joining us. We hope you have a lovely day. You can exit through the doors that you came in by. Thank you very much.
Woo!
Yay!
Sorry,
So, thank you.
Thank you.
We might need
so
it.
Dave Benson Phillips, so they're doing Get Your Own Back Live